Hi guys, my name is Adeshion. On today's episode of Mailbox, we'll be attending to different mails from different people all over the world. Our first mail today is from Wale. Wale is from Ilorin. He says, my boss harasses women in my office. Wale's story says, I work in Ilorin, and since I resumed office a year ago, I've always known my boss to sexually harass women. Everyone knows about it, but no one wants to talk for the fear of being sacked. These women do everything possible to avoid him, and as a man, it pisses me off. How do we stop him? So it's a very straightforward conversation. I think it needs to be reported. So a lot of times there are issues around that people don't change, or there's no serious change to the whole conversation. It's a function of us trying to hide the person or trying to hide the issue. So I think in resolving issues as sensitive as this, I think it needs to be reported. It needs to be spoken about. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be reprimanded. I mean, once all these things are being put in place, you see that there will be sanity in the system, because he would keep doing it. Once you keep hiding him, it looks like you guys are actually the problem, because if nobody reports him, then he sees that he looks for a way to go back into that bad character. So I think go ahead and report to the authority. That's the only solution to this particular problem. The second story is from Susie. Susie from Texas. She says, taking the fall for my friend. I'm the team lead, and because my friend and colleague knows this, she shows lackadaisical attitude towards her own assignments. Rita helped me a lot in university, especially financially. And because sometimes I still feel indebted to her, I cover up for her, she apologizes, and she goes back. So this is the story. Susie has a friend and her name is Rita. So Rita has a lackadaisical attitude towards work. You know, when you have your boss as a friend, I mean, there's always a conflict of interest. So, but for some reason, Susie is always standing in for Rita. Now, all she remembers, most of the things she remembers, oh, Rita has been very helpful financially, yada yada yada, when they were in the university and all. But now the story has changed. The truth about it is, if you actually need her to grow and you need her to be successful, you need her to get to that level that you are in and even more, you need to help her by stop covering up for her. You don't really need to, so it's a function of, if you really need to help her, you can always put her through. Covering up for her might really not help her. So if, as a good friend, if you really need to come through, and you need to stop covering up for her and let her know that work is work. I mean, everybody is paid based on what they do and their deliverables. So take, for example, you are out of work. It means that most of her lapses are going to be exposed, and I'm sure you don't want that for your friend. So that she won't be facing the bad consequences or the more dangerous consequence, it's better you just come through and then stop helping her, try and help her, advise her on what to do rather than covering up for her. I think that should help you. I mean, Susie, that should answer of your story. So the next story is, the mail we got was from Cynthia. Cynthia is from Manchester, and she says, my husband spends more on his mom than I. My husband is the firstborn and a proper traditional man. He sees it as his responsibility to take care of his mother and siblings. I have nothing against that. Meanwhile, he gives his family money. He's always giving excuses for what do I do, please? So, Cynthia, this is it. So different people have different upbringing. So from your story, it's obvious that your husband is like is caught in between the firstborn / breadwinner / Mr. Fix-It. So once you identify this, I think you guys just need to prioritize a lot of things in your family, you know, and there's a way you have to communicate. There's a saying that there's a way you tell people to go to hell and they look forward to the trip. So there's a way you can have a conversation with your husband on how he spends money, you know, and on what he spends it on. Let him see why the family should be a priority. Of course, you can't stop him from, if he's actually that kind of guy that likes to help people. It's okay, helping people is fine. You know what I mean? If God has blessed you so much and has made you the source of blessing to other people, why not? But not at the detriment of your home. So I think you should sit with your husband, have a one-on-one talk with him, let him see the reason why there are loads of things to be attended to in the house, why the house should be prioritized, and then also pray for him, you know. So for people that help too, there's a lot of proxy that they get exposed, you know. So try and help him. There's a type of way that you talk to him that he will make him understand that he needs to pay more attention to the home. And as you do that, I'm sure you will see the blessings of God and your story will change. I think, Cynthia, that should help you. So guys, that'll be all for this episode of Mailbox. Till next time.